Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani have long been two of the most beloved figures in the entertainment world. As coaches on The Voice, their chemistry, playful banter, and evident love story captured the hearts of millions. Fans watched as their romance blossomed in front of the camera, leading to a marriage that seemed like the perfect culmination of two music superstars finding each other. However, just when fans thought this story couldn't get any better, shocking news surfaced, news that no one could have anticipated, leaving fans heartbroken and stunned. The once inseparable duo has announced an unexpected and deeply sorrowful decision, shaking the very foundation of their relationship with their followers. The perfect fairy tale, a love story in the spotlight. It feels like just yesterday when Blake Shelton, the charming country music superstar, and Gwen Stefani, the bold and eclectic pop icon, began their journey together on The Voice. They started as co-coaches, competing for contestants in the friendly yet competitive environment of the show. But what began as a professional partnership soon blossomed into something much deeper. Their undeniable chemistry on screen captivated audiences, and it wasn't long before they went public with their relationship. Their love story seemed like the kind of fairy tale many fans dream of, a country singer and a pop star finding each other after years of personal struggles. Gwen, who had faced her own challenges with divorce and the balancing act of motherhood, found solace in Blake's grounded nature and humorous approach to life. Blake, on the other hand, had endured a series of personal hardships in his own life, and Gwen's vivacious energy and creative spirit became a source of comfort and joy. They became the ultimate power couple, Blake, the charming, rugged country artist, and Gwen, the fearless, stylish, and unique pop icon. Fans couldn't get enough of their love story, and it wasn't long before the couple's public appearances, Instagram posts, and musical collaborations became fan favorites. Their partnership wasn't just about romance. It was about two people who understood the challenges of living under the microscope of fame while still managing to build a life together. The announcement that stunned the world. So when news of their unexpected decision to step away from The Voice broke, fans were left reeling. Blake and Gwen, who had become synonymous with the show, were suddenly no longer a part of the familiar dynamic that audiences had come to love. The announcement sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, and fans were left wondering why the couple would step away from such a high-profile platform. The announcement was brief and somewhat cryptic. Neither Blake nor Gwen delved into the specifics of the decision, simply stating that they had decided to take a break and focus on their personal lives. While they expressed their gratitude for the show and the fans, it was clear that something much deeper was at play. The departure wasn't a simple career move, it was a deeply personal choice that seemed to weigh heavily on both of them. As news of their decision spread, rumors began circulating. Was there trouble in their relationship? Was the pressure of their careers, the constant scrutiny from the public, and the demands of fame becoming too much for them? Had their seemingly perfect relationship faced a challenge too great to overcome? Fans were left in a state of confusion and heartbreak, unsure of the reasons behind this sudden announcement. Behind closed doors, the unseen struggles, the truth, as it often is, was far more complicated than anyone had imagined. Blake and Gwen had always been transparent about the challenges they faced in their personal lives. Gwen, in particular, had spoken publicly about the difficulties of balancing her career with motherhood. Blake had also opened up about the pain of his past relationships and the toll that being in the public eye could take on one's mental health. However, what many fans didn't realize was the extent to which the pressures of fame were affecting both of them. Both Blake and Gwen had built their careers from the ground up with hard work, sacrifice, and determination. But that same drive and ambition that had led them to the top of the music industry also came with a price. The constant travel, the endless promotions, the pressure to maintain a perfect image, and the never-ending spotlight on their personal lives had taken its toll. For Blake, the emotional weight of his past relationships, coupled with the demands of being a public figure, had become increasingly difficult to manage. Gwen, on the other hand, found herself at a crossroads, struggling to find a sense of balance between her professional responsibilities and her role as a mother and partner. In private moments, Blake and Gwen had confided in each other about the difficulties they were facing. Despite their love for one another, the weight of their careers and the public's constant gaze had become overwhelming. What had once been an exciting journey together now felt like a burden they were struggling to carry. For Gwen, who had always been the epitome of confidence and boldness, the pressure was especially intense. As a woman in the music industry, she had always felt the need to prove herself. She had worked tirelessly to build her career, balancing her personal and professional life, but it was clear that the constant demands were starting to take a toll on her mental and emotional well-being. Blake, with his easygoing charm, had always been a source of support for Gwen, but even he was struggling to cope with the stresses of their lives. The decision to step away from The Voice was, in many ways, a necessary one. It wasn't just about taking a break from work, it was about taking a step back from the overwhelming pressure of being constantly in the public eye. It was about reclaiming their personal lives, their mental health, and their peace of mind. The emotional impact: a heartbroken fan base. Fans, who had long adored Blake and Gwen as a couple, were devastated by the news. The announcement felt like the end of an era. For years, the couple had been the shining example of love in the entertainment industry. Their relationship was celebrated by fans, who admired their ability to maintain a sense of humor and joy in the face of intense public scrutiny. To learn that they were stepping away from The Voice was a punch to the gut for many, who had grown attached to the idea of the two being the heart and soul of the show. For many, Blake and Gwen had become more than just celebrities, they had become a symbol of hope and happiness. Their love story, their commitment to each other, and their shared passion for music had resonated deeply with their fans. To see them step away from the spotlight was a painful reminder that even the most seemingly perfect relationships and careers could be marred by the unseen pressures of fame. As the news spread, social media was flooded with messages of support and sympathy. Fans shared their heartbreak, expressing how much the couple had meant to them over the years. Many took to Instagram and Twitter to offer their well wishes, hoping that Blake and Gwen would find the peace and happiness they deserved. Others shared personal stories of their own struggles with fame and mental health, relating to the pressures that the couple was facing. It became clear that the decision to step away from The Voice was not just about the couple, it was about the toll that fame can take on anyone, no matter how strong or resilient they may seem. The news was a sobering reminder of the human side of celebrities, who often hide their personal struggles behind their public personas. Moving forward, a time for healing. As Blake and Gwen take a break from the limelight, their fans are left with mixed emotions. While there is sadness at the loss of their presence on The Voice, there is also a sense of understanding and respect for their decision. The couple's decision to prioritize their well-being over their careers is a testament to their strength and maturity. It is a reminder that, at the end of the day, mental health and personal happiness must come first. In the months that follow, fans will likely continue to speculate about Blake and Gwen's future. Will they return to the music scene? Will they ever reunite as coaches on The Voice? Only time will tell. But for now, the couple is taking the time they need to heal, focus on their relationship, and rediscover what truly matters. Blake and Gwen's heartbreaking announcement has left a lasting impact on the world of entertainment, reminding us all that even the brightest stars can struggle in the shadows. Their decision to step away from the spotlight may have broken the hearts of their fans, but it also opened the door for a much-needed conversation about the pressures of fame and the importance of mental health. As we await their return, we can only hope that Blake and Gwen find the peace and happiness they so richly deserve.